Hello, beautiful shining souls. My name is Jostine, Intuitive Life Guide from the Philippines. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's episode, I want to continue the conversation from last week. So if you weren't able to watch that episode yet, I would like to invite you to watch that first and then come back here if you want, or you may just watch this one. And if you're feeling called after to watch the previous episode, then go ahead. But anyway, so very briefly, just to give a context for those who weren't able to watch last week's episode, I was sharing about, the possibilities that live within the space of darkness, of void, unknown, uncertainties, and that if we only allow ourselves to be in that space, imagine what gifts is waiting for us in that space, right? And as we go through that phase in our life, it's very important. That is a phase, right? Maybe we'll encounter many phases, but the point here is that there will be an end. It will pass, right? It will pass. It will not last for a lifetime, unless of course we choose to be in that space until the end of our days, right? But that's the other thing. We are at choice. We have the power to choose how we want to live our lives, how we want to move forward with our lives. It's not that easy, right? It's easier said than done, especially if you're going through something traumatic, if you're going through something that has been really generational or systemic kind of challenge, of difficulty in life. We will need to give ourselves lots and lots of grace, compassion and love and patience and kindness. However, it's an invitation for us to also consider that no matter how bleak it may seem, there is hope. There is hope. And this is not a spiritual bypass, right? We honor the space that we are in, but we also hold on to our faith and trust that whatever is happening in our lives, there's something for us to receive in that moment. This is not to diminish our experiences or to romanticize our lives' difficulties and challenges, but it is a choice to shift our perspective and to choose differently, to choose a more empowering meaning that we can put into our experience. So that is the gist basically of what I shared last week. So to continue that conversation, I want to talk about surrender, radical surrender, because this year my theme of the year is actually radical surrender. I've been invited to experience different levels of surrenders, if you will. It's easy to say, when we're praying that, Lord, I surrender everything to you. I leave everything in your hands. I let go. I surrender it all. However, if the experience is something that we don't want to be in, and we feel that we are really down on our lowest of low, can we still surrender? And what does surrender mean anyway? Right? So for this conversation, I'm not claiming to be an expert. These are just my contemplations for now. Maybe a year from now, this may differ, or it will be much deeper. There will be more meat to what I'm saying, but for now, this is what feels most alive and also what I feel called to share, in hopes that it will serve you wherever you are in your journey. My prayer for my videos is that, intended audience to come across my videos and be pulled to watch it at the time that they most need to hear the message in the video. So chances are you're needing to hear this message. But anyway, babbling. Surrender. So here are the things that I'm wondering about surrender. And again, this is not to answer, to give you a definitive answer or a theological answer or whatever. Like, I'm not aiming to be philosophical here. Like, this is just based from my experience, right? So first is, when I think about surrender and going through life's experience, when we surrender, do we really surrender the outcome? Or are we still holding on to our vision of what the outcome should be, and we say that, Lord, I surrender the rest to you, but still holding tightly to what we envision the outcome to be? Or do we say, Lord, I surrender the outcome to you, I surrender the rest to you, and we hold the vision of what we want lightly and be open to whatever outcome God has in store for us? Because those two are different, right? Sometimes what may be for our highest good is not the vision that we have originally envisioned for ourselves, or visualized, or wanting to manifest, right? And on the side note, that's why I have a very interesting relationship when it comes to mainstream manifestation, because it's purely coming out from one's desire and wanting to manifest a certain outcome, right? Manipulating, and that we forget that there is a bigger, higher intelligence that knows better than us, right? But anyway, I digress. That is for another topic. So just something to think about, right? When we surrender, are we really surrendering the outcome? It doesn't mean that we don't pray about what we want to happen, right? But we don't hold it too tightly. We are opening ourselves to limitless possibilities, right? For example, let's make it more concrete, right? You're praying for a job, right? And you have your eye on this specific company because of, the location, the salary, the benefits, the culture, like, it's spot on, right? And been praying to be hired in that company. But then there is an opportunity that opened up for you. It's not really something that you have considered for yourself, so it's just in the periphery of your vision. You've been waiting for, to get hired for this company for a long time, right? And this opportunity on the side keeps on, like, nudging at you and tickling you on the side. And you're getting pulled by it, right? Like, it is slowly catching your attention bit by bit, and there's like, wonder what that could be, right? And it's not necessarily that is the opportunity that is right for you, but what if you follow that pull to check it out, right? What if you follow that pull and see what will open up, right? So you're not just holding on and putting all your eggs in just one basket, so to speak. Who knows, right? In following that other opportunity, it led you to another opportunity that is more aligned with what you truly want, right? What your soul is truly wanting. And it offers more or less the same salary, benefits, the location, the culture, all that, plus other bonuses. But you wouldn't have found that soul aligned opportunity for you if you have only focused on that job that you want to manifest, right? That's a very like surface level. Like there's of course something deeper and more like complex in terms of surrendering to the outcome. But to make a simple example, right? So yeah, just something to think about. And another thing about surrendering that I'm contemplating about is, when we are surrendering and releasing control, doesn't mean that we're not going to do anything anymore, right? Just means that we know we've given it our all, we've given the best that we can give at the time, at the moment, right? Then we can release the control and we don't need to worry or be anxious about the outcome, because we trust and we surrender that whatever happens, it will be for our highest good and benefit and the highest good of all, right? Doesn't mean that we're just going to be a passive observer of our lives, but you also get to take action, right? In my human design, you've heard me talked about human design. If you don't know it and if you want to explore it, there is a link in the description. But anyway, one of the things about human design is that we each have our own strategy in terms of, other people are designed to initiate. Some of us, our strategy is wait to respond, such as myself as a generator. And there are the projectors. Their strategy is wait to be invited. And for reflectors, if I'm not mistaken, their strategy is to wait for a moon cycle before they make a decision. I won't go deep into each of those strategies, but anyway, so as a generator, I'm experimenting on my strategy wait to respond, and also like with my sacral authority, like what feels aligned, what feels most alive for me, like my sacral yes and no. Because I feel like doubting myself because I feel like I'm not like getting a ping. This is the next step for me. Like, what do I do? Do I just wait for things to happen before I get an interest on something? Those are, during the beginning stages. But as I continue on my experiments, I realized that wait, I can still do something, I can still like search the internet and do my own thing, or even just watching YouTube videos or reading whatever I'm reading, and then I will come across something that will spark an inspiration within me, and then that's what I will follow. That's what I'm responding to, right? So what I'm saying here is that, when we surrender, there's still a part of us, right, that needs to take action, aligned action, and then the rest, we leave it to God. We leave it to the universe to work things out in the background, to orchestrate how things will unfold, right? How the puzzle pieces will fit, how the threads will be interwoven, and all that, right? One thing that I do really want to stress is that, taking those aligned, alive, inspired and necessary actions. At least that's what I'm following, right? Not the actions that you think you should do just because this is what other people are doing. This is what society is saying that I should do, right? But of course, like again, like tune in. That's why it's very important to hone and develop and strengthen our intuition, that intuitive guidance. That's if there's anything that I could offer you from this video, it's strengthen your relationship with your intuitive wisdom, with your inner guide, because that is where I believe is one of the ways that God is speaking to us, right? That whisper within, where spirit is leading us. And then lastly, that I want to share with you about my contemplations about surrender is I'm realizing that in this journey of surrendering, right? It's not so much as how our life is unfolding. It's not so much as what we are receiving or not receiving, what we are manifesting or not manifesting. It's really about learning to trust ourselves more and deepening our trust in God, the universe, in life, in spirit, in our higher selves, right? It's really trust and surrender. Surrender and trust. And it's a journey of rediscovering what is blocking us from fully trusting ourselves and life. It's a different kind of internal work, I would say. It's like doing a shadow work plus light work plus outer work. It's a combination. It's like a culmination, right? Of what you've been learning if you've been in this journey of self-discovery, personal growth and transformation, internal work and all that. An integration of what you've been learning throughout your life experience, and everything that you thought you already knew, that you thought you have already cleared in your system, that you thought that you are rock solid. And then you will be in this journey of surrender, and things, life will unfold in such a way that it will reflect to you where else you're being invited to grow, or it will reflect to you how you have grown throughout the years. It's not all bad, right? It's again, like it's showing you where you are now and what else. How else can we evolve from this? Yeah. And in connection with that, I forgot who said it, but something about like where we don't manifest what we want, we manifest who we are. So I feel like that beautifully captures the essence of the surrender journey. Like, it's not about what God will reveal to us in our external world. It's what He will reveal to us about ourselves. And from there, the external world will mirror to us who we are. what's alive in our internal world, that is what is being shown in our external world. Anything else? Yeah, my heart is feeling light and joyful and also playful in a way, because it feels like it's giddy with excitement, because I feel like this is the first time that I've done a video like this. I don't know. Usually when I share something, I want to be sure for myself that okay, like I am solid in this. And now this is just all my wonderings, and there really is no concrete proof that what I'm saying is true or not. It's for you to discover. And for me to just invite you into considering what if and see what will open up for you. Alright, so that's it. Yes, I feel complete. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions or if you just want to share how this landed for you, what's opening up for you, please feel free to share it in the comment section, or you may send me an email, or you may also send it anonymously through the Google link form in the description box. And I'm also offering year-long my self-paced intention setting workshop if you want to get in touch with what your soul truly wants to manifest in this lifetime, and also get in touch with what you truly want to prioritize this year. Build the foundations, the internal inner foundation, so that no matter what is happening in your external world, you have laid the foundations needed to have a strong internal foundation. Then I invite you to check out the self-paced intention setting workshop. So thank you so much if you're still with me. Until the next episode, peace, love, and light. The world is waiting for your magic.